What is up, guys? This is Ben from CRKT, and I am here with the Flavio Ikoma.
Hey, how do you feel?
Flavio Ikoma designed the Fossil from last year, pretty popular knife. We're using the lavalier mic here because that's all we have, which is pretty awesome. So I'll ask Flavio some questions. We're going to talk about his new model. This is called the No Time Off. Tell us about it, Flavio. What's cool about it, man?
Well, this is a compact tactical utility knife. So this was designed having in mind someone that's going to use this in a shop especially. Okay. So you have a lot of texture in the folder, you have a very low profile clip, a wide blade. The folder is quite beefy, you see. It's a compact folder, not necessarily a small folder. And this also has a feature that we are calling ILS, that's a Ikoma locking system. That's a second, like a counter lock, a second safety feature directly on the lock here. As you guys can see, when I rest my thumb here, this automatically disengages the counter lock, the ILS. Then I can actually close the folder like a regular liner lock, but I have an extra layer of protection for my fingers.
Now, Flavio, I noticed that your hands are a little bit sweaty.
A little bit? Okay, good. Thanks for that.
No, but talk to me about the texture of the knife.
Yeah, you know, not only the texture of the knife, but all the grooves I made here. People sometimes ask me, why is this groove here? Why is, like Ben said, like you said, my hands are really sweaty, you know, so every time I use a folder, I want to make sure it's not going to be slippery, it's not going to fall off my hand, so I put texture whenever I want. This folder has textures, has serration. This groove here, for example, it helps when I'm going to flip the folder. I just lay my thumb on this groove here, and that's easier to open. Also, once the folder is open, I have serrations all over the folder, so if I want to forward my finger to make this folder, the blade even shorter, I can use my thumb here on the serration so I have more precision. Also, these two little divot holes here, this works for rotating the folders, for spinning the folder for different positions. And in the backspacer here, that's called raised backspacer. As you can see, it's raised above the handle, and then it has some serrations here. So that's so I can have a good grip here and a good grip here for this folder.
Now, another thing that I wanted to know on this one particularly, it's got the VEF serrations and the BD1 steel in the blade. Tell me a little bit about both of those features.
Well, you know, the serrations are actually very, very useful. Although I don't use this as serration to cut ropes, I like to use the serrations to make some sort of a precision cut. When you have to shave something, you can use the serration in order to keep what you are cutting inside the groove, so you have very precise cutting. I'm running out short on nails, but I guess you can see that. The steel, the BD1's a real good steel. I actually had the opportunity to sort of work a little bit on this blade, and it's really hard. This is still similar to 440C, and it's heat treated to a very high hardness. So I thought it was really hard to work with when I was trying to work a little bit on the detent for one of the prototypes I was working on. This is still seems to hold on that really well.
Awesome. Thanks, Flavio. I think that's the big stuff on that. The last thing I wanted to mention on this knife, it does have IKBS, so when you open it, super fast. That's also a Flavio and Rick Lala invention. Just a cool knife. I've carried it for a couple weeks, and it's just solid. Flavio is one of my favorite makers, and he just does an amazing job. If you haven't seen his work, definitely check it out. Try the No Time Off, try the Fossil. He's an excellent designer. Thanks, Flavio.
Thank you very much, man.